while a cop points a gun at their face. People get rejected for being too smart. The excuse being, they'll just rise up the ranks, when the real reason is, they'll be more likely to question orders. And think critically about the pig if somebody isn't social distancing behind you just fart shirt. A username that is just a generic verb and a noun with a number after it is pretty suspicious. Also the age of the account. Also just how they post if they are just spamming multiple subs with a bunch of lowest common denominator posts. It's a pretty good chance they a bot. Shout out to Destin from Smarter Everyday for teaching me the ways. I initially replied to op, then was like, hang on a minute. Pig if somebody isn't social distancing behind you just fart shirt. Tank top. V-neck. Ladies tee for men and women. Tank top. V-neck. I had a guy who hangs up on me 3 times in a row because my other male colleagues were all on holiday, lunch, off to a pic, etc., and he always ended up with me. I told him I could help him. He refused to explain the pig if somebody isn't social distancing behind you just fart shirt. My colleague just, I'm sorry but company policy is that we do not support sexism. Guy made a big complaint email, only to get an email back from our supervisor that this is indeed the fact and that he will now be blacklisted. Like, they could talk to me about flow and tonnage and stuff. Fly right over my head. I would look to my wife and she would then explain it to me and ask questions. Questions that sometimes they couldn't answer. Official pig if somebody isn't social distancing behind you just fart sweatshirt. Hoodie. Sweatshirt. Hoodie. Questions that they soon realized who they should have been talking to. I don't get people like this. I really don't like it. Unless the tech you're having trouble with is operated with your genitals. Then the gender of the pig if somebody isn't social distancing behind you just fart shirt. That you're calling for support really doesn't matter. And if the tech you need help with your genitals, then I imagine that the situation is probably dire enough that the gender of the person on the phone will be the least of your worries. We live in a country where a trained cop can panic and put 6 bullets in your chest without ever actually seeing a weapon. Yet an untrained civilian is expected to remain completely calm. Other products.